Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Mondef, of course, and today I am responding to a question Phorpalm had for me. If you watch my videos, you know Phorpalm is my brother, and while I was on vacation, he asked, hey, if I came home and I had a chest that I wanted to dump all of my stuff in. I'm in Feed the Beast, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. I just want to be able to come home, dump all my stuff into chests, including my tools, my weapons, my swords, anything, and then I want it to sort all of my goodies and also give me a chest, this being the hard part here, and sorting is easy. I want to have a chest where all of my valuables go. Everything that when I'm ready to leave my house, I can just go to a chest and pick it up, and everything will be there. So here's everything I might need to go out adventuring again. You know, a saw, I've got my drill going, I've got my nano saber, my dirt, and my mining laser. Dirt's just for pillaring, or whatever. The dirt here is an example to show that this can be done with items that are done in stacks, and it doesn't matter. Note, so this chest is already starting to fill up for next time, so let's go down below and take a look. So here's the beneath part. Of course, if I was going to do this in a real build, I'd probably cover this with facade or just block it in or whatever. You really don't need to be able to get in here unless you want to change your configuration. So, of course, here's my chest from up top. This is my dump chest. I'm using a redstone engine. You could use, you know, better engines that would just make it go faster. And I'm using a lot of iron pipes just for compactness. So it comes down, forces it off to the right, accelerates with a golden pipe, which comes here. Comes down across into this diamond pipe. This is everything that I'm going to have in my adventurer's chest. So here's everything for my adventurer's chest. If it's not in my adventurer's chest, it goes down, back over, around, and it goes through my sorting system. I'll show you that in a second. If it does belong in my adventurer's chest, or at least it could belong in my adventurer's chest, here's a whole bunch of pistons, then it's going to come across this direction. So the first one's my nano saber. So if it's a nano saber, it's going to go up, and if it's not, it's going to continue going straight. The next one, now if somehow I had a second nano saber that was coming down this line, that nano saber would be dumped down black, and it would go back and out to be sorted into my weapons chest, wherever that is. Okay, but if I have a drill, that one will go up, and everything else will continue along, and that's the same thing that maintains here. This is past the drill, so it would get dumped out, the saw would go up, and everything else would go beyond. Same here, and the last one is the dirt. And this works with stacks of 64. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what item it is. We just haven't had enough dirt here to refill this back up. And then it dumps down here, and if it's dirt, it gets accelerated. Anything else, I had to use iron pipes to force them all that direction. They would have to wait until they got here to be accelerated, and then they would go through this sorting system. And the sorting system, this is my sorting system. It looks a bit complicated. There's lots of pipes, but it's really quite simple. And there are a lot of advantages to this system. So of course I've got diamond, and I don't actually have these sorting right now. So I could assign something to be sorted up into white, down into black, or back into green. And they would go in their respective directions. And if it goes up, then it goes into the chest, and down and into the chest. Same thing happens on all of these iron pipes. You can barely see that they all pipe into the chests. None of them pipe back and forth, so I use iron chests. Why not just iron pipes, I'm sorry. Why not just use a cobble here, a stone here, a cobble, a stone, a cobble, a stone? There's an advantage to the iron pipes in that if an item comes into the pipe and it's unable to pass through the direction of the pipe that is the through passage, it won't go anywhere else but back up the pipe, back the direction it came. So say this is cobble going down to black. Maybe I have all three of these chests being cobble, right? So item comes in here, the cobble goes up. It goes up, it tries to go in that chest, but that chest is full. It comes back down, it doesn't pass into this pipe, it comes back down, and then it tries to go into green, which is this one. Maybe that one's even full, right? So the diamond pipe can't put it in there, so it'll send it down in the next direction. Then it comes down here, and it would go into, pass into this chest. If all three are full, then we've got issues, but there are ways to get around that. I won't get into that today, but overall this works really well. As long as you don't have three chests of the same thing that all get full vertically, it works great. So, works fantastically well. Of course, I could have this dump out to barrels and things like that, but there you go. I think our chest upstairs is empty. So this is my dump chest. It's been emptied. Of course, I could just dump these things in there. I can come over here. My adventurer's chest is ready to go, so I can just grab my adventurer items. and you can see they're already going to start filling with the items that I had dumped into my dump chest. In just a minute we'll see this nano saber, there's a saw, diamond drill, and the mining laser. Let's go take a look at those routers for just one moment. This is the magic that makes it all happen. Mining laser, or routers, not mining lasers, although they're awesome. It's going to insert whatever gets passed to it. Of course, that's defined by this diamond pipe. Insert this item into slot 0, and it does need the restriction here that it'd be a chest. So I know that's a bit expensive, but insert into slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, and slot 4. Why are we defining it by slot and not just saying going into the chest? Well, let's do it with the nano saber. Let's tell the nano saber, instead of inserting into slot 0, let's have it insert into just the top sides, the top of the chest. Go in the top of the chest, right? And then let's go put our nano saber in the dump chest. Just like that. Of course, it'll get sucked out. Take a moment to pipe around. Watch what happens. Of course, we've got a nano saber in slot 0. And in a moment, there we go. Nano saber over here in slot 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just put them all in there. Now, you might say, well, I might want all my nano sabers in here, in which case then why you even use routers? But if you want to have your chest ready with just one of each, like for example dirt, if we didn't do this with dirt would fill this chest up eventually. We'd have way more dirt in here than we could ever use, and then the nano saber wouldn't be able to fit, and we'd have all sorts of issues. So we define it by slot. So we're basically restricting it to only being able to put the item into slot 0, and if it doesn't fit in slot 0, then it can't route the item, and it will just sit here waiting. And any other nano sabers that come through will just pass through and get rejected and get sorted. So that's my adventurous chest. I think it works pretty well. It's a pretty neat system. Of course, there's a lot of kind of expansions you could do upon this. You could have it, for example, you could come in here and dump your empty nano saber, have it automatically recharge, and then come over here and you'd have a full set of tools that are already charged and ready to roll for you. You could have it auto smelt your ores and ingots, but that is a topic for another day. I'm Mondef, and I'll see you next time.